Hello everyone, welcome back to our playlist on version control using Git. Before going further, make sure that you have watched the part 1 of Remote Repositories. In this video, we'll see how to create a remote GitHub repository if you have already started working on your project on your local machine.
For this, let's create a new project locally. We'll create a new folder for our project. We'll name it as my second project. Now we'll create new files in this project using Atom. We'll first add this file in our project. We'll name it as programmer.py. Now let's add the code. Let's initialize the Git repository. Let's perform the Git status. Now we'll add the files to the staging area. Now let's commit the changes. Now let's go back to the GitHub page. We'll now be creating a new repository for our new project. Let's name it as programmer. Now we'll perform the next steps as we did it previously, except I won't add a readme file this time. Now let's copy this URL. Now to push this local project to our GitHub repository, we'll use the command git push followed by the URL and the branch to which you want to push this. We'll push it to the master. Out the GitHub. We'll reload this. Great. The project which we first started in our local machine has now successfully added to the GitHub repository. Now let us add one more file to our local Git repository and we'll again push it to GitHub. Create a new file. We'll add it here. Now let's save the file. Now let's check the status. Now let's add the file to the staging area. Now we'll commit it. Sorry. First we'll have to copy the URL. but with this command, every time we have to paste the whole URL. Instead, let's check a better way. We'll add an alias to the URL. To create an alias for the GitHub URL, you have to use the command git remote add name of your alias and the link. Instead of origin, you can add a name as you want. Now let's see the list of the alias in our Git. Using the command git remote -v, we can see that the origin alias for this specific URL has been assigned. Now let us push the changes from local Git repository to GitHub using this alias. For this we will use the command git push followed by the alias and the branch. Now let's check the GitHub. Great. The new file has been successfully added to GitHub repository. In the next video, we'll be learning more about Git and GitHub. Thank you.